So you want to learn how to keep a Minecraft world for a really long time. Well, I don't really have a super long-term survival world, but I do plan on having one, and I am kind of qualified. I have a 400-day Let's Play single-player world that I've been working on for about 100 hours, which is a lot for 400 days considering I don't really sleep a lot, but you know. So I'll kind of be giving you some tips whilst running background footage of my Minecraft world in the background so you can see how a 400-day, 100-hour world kind of looks like. And I'll be giving you some tips on how to keep a world whilst also having fun on it. Because the world I have right now, I started about 2 months ago, and I've been playing pretty actively, I'd say. Not really on and off. I haven't really taken many breaks from it, if at all. And I haven't lost motivation to play the world yet. I still have ongoing projects, things like that, you know. So probably the first thing I would tell you is something that a lot of people, especially newer players, get wrong. And that's the speed of the game and kind of how fast or optimized you play it. So you might be a little bit confused on what I mean. And that's really just how fast you play the game and, you know, the speed that you sort of go through and progress. A lot of new players especially that are getting introduced to Minecraft have access to like tutorials online with like basically a farm for any item. I swear, if you search up a tutorial for goat horns, like a goat horn farm, I guarantee you there's going to be some tutorial out there that produces 100,000 goat horns per second or something. But yeah, so Minecraft has basically, since it's been out for so long, it's been optimized to the core. Like, there's a farm for every item, every block, especially because of the crafter. Now you can automate the crafting of blocks you previously weren't able to get or farm. So yeah, Minecraft is really optimized nowadays, especially with speedrunners, PvPers, people who like play the game to get really good at it. But that's not really the point of Minecraft. There's not really any objective that is set for you. Sure, there's a final boss, but that's not really the point of the game. In Minecraft, you can change the world and edit it in any way you want, which is the best thing about Minecraft. It is what you make it out to be. So, usually players see this Ender Dragon, see all these bosses and these mobs, and think, hey, this is kind of like an RPG, I should complete the game. And once they do that, they're like, uh-oh, what do I do now? And that kind of stumps a lot of people. So one thing I would suggest first is taking the game a lot more slow. And that's sort of, when you start out, don't just make a wooden pickaxe, curse the stone, jump into a cave. Like, take it slow. And okay, I know a lot of you probably have this setting on, and that's toggle sprint. And you probably just keep on sprinting since food is so easy to go and get nowadays. But you should walk sometimes, especially around your builds. And, you know, when you walk and stuff, yeah, it's slower, but it kind of lets you live in the moment for a bit. I know it sounds silly, but it lets you sort of sink in what you've built, especially if you've built paths connecting to different buildings, which is another tip. You should probably build paths, not gonna lie. And going back to what I said earlier, take the game at a slower pace. Don't progress right away. Build things along the way, like with iron tools still. Just build something, like something big, not too big that you can't do it anymore, but something big enough that satisfies you. Don't just rush to get the perfect enchants. Right now in my 400-day world, I have Prot 4 Unbreaking 3 armor, and you know, that's not exactly the best for a 400-day world, but I am taking the game a lot more slowly, and that really helps in sort of, you know, immersing yourself into the world and just letting your creativity flow. And that's another tip. Build stuff. I know Minecraft is known for building and it's kind of silly, but a lot of people, they just optimize the game and they build farms and all, and then they get bored and then they wonder why. You should instead of building things for function, which is actually a really good way to incorporate farms, you should definitely, if you build a farm, it looks ugly. If you want, a good tip is to just cover it with something, like cover it with a nice build. You got a big iron farm, make it an iron factory on the outside. That makes things look really cool. And yeah. So back to what I was saying. Don't just build things for function. There, like Minecraft is, once you build all those farms, all those sort of, once you have everything you need, that's where the game really starts, because then you can use any block you have to its full potential and to just build with it, you know? So go ahead. Once, if you're that type of player who rushes through the game, once you have all those blocks, all those items that you want, use them and build with them. Like, build for no reason, build for what you want. Because Minecraft is a creative game, and just, it's about building and expressing yourself. So, like, for example, build a medieval fantasy town. That's one goal a lot of people do in Minecraft. And it doesn't really serve any function, but it looks nice and looks cool, and that's what matters, you know? My next tip is to build sentiment for the world. One thing a lot of people don't do is, yeah, they build farms, yeah, they take the game slow, but they don't really build up sentiment, you know? I know this isn't for everyone, but building lore for the world is a very good way to connect to the world. Noting things down, creating like a museum of items, keep the items, you know? A lot of people throw away their first wooden tools, but to me, that's always been sort of special. So a lot of the time, I keep my first wooden pickaxe, since that's most of the time the only thing I make. And, you know, I keep it and display it, you know, your first block, your first diamond, your first pickaxe. Keep things to you that are special in the world. And another way to do this is pets. Minecraft has a butt ton of pets, like you have wolves, many variants of wolves now, and cats, and llamas, horses. Build places for the pets, you know, keep them, cherish them, and just bring them around sometimes. Like whenever you're doing just tasks around the world, bring your pets around. That makes it really nice. And also name your pets and name your buildings. That's another tip to, like, you know, keep the world running. If you give things names, you have no idea how much that increases their value. Going back to what I said a while ago about not optimizing the game, a lot of the time now you see YouTubers, especially on social media, have the quote-unquote best house or the fastest farm for a certain item. You don't need to build that, okay? You don't need to build what looks good for everyone else. You just need to build what looks good for you. You don't have to build really well. You can build what is to others really bad, but as long as you like it, that's great. It's your Minecraft world. Do what you want. Express yourself. Don't conform to what people have set for you. Do not just be standard, because that's not how Minecraft kind of works. That's not what you want to do in Minecraft. It's about expressing yourself, like I keep saying. So yeah, in Minecraft, you really just want to build what you want and build it in your style, because the best thing about Minecraft is that there's so many people who play it that a lot of the time when you explore different worlds of other people, you can just really tell that it comes from their heart and that it's really unique. Another tip is become a YouTuber. Now that sounds really confusing at first, but let me explain. So when you have a Minecraft world, especially if it's single player, sometimes things can get really lonely, and there's not really anything that is supposed to keep you going in a Minecraft world. So probably the best thing you can do, or one of the best things you can do, is actually share your world across social media. Don't be afraid to share your world, even if the builds are like quote unquote bad, because everyone is unique in their own way. And you know, especially in Minecraft, it's really nice seeing other people's worlds. So whether you post videos about your progress in the game, or you just post pictures on like Reddit or something, sharing your world to everyone else is a pretty nice way to keep a world going. And my final tip, and probably one of the most important ones, is do not just play. Don't stay up all night and keep on playing 24/7, like 12 hours a day. You still need to eat, you still need to sleep, and you still need to have a social life. Minecraft, at the end of the day, is just a game. Although it's a pretty good game, it's just a game. So don't religiously play it for like 6 hours every day, staying up until 1 a.m. to finish a build. If you did something for 12 hours straight, you would be pretty bored of it. Now, Minecraft is really fun and really addicting, but you will get burnt out fast if you just keep on playing. Take maybe an hour or 2 hours per day to play, even just like 1 or 2 times a week, because you cannot continuously play Minecraft. One big factor that comes into being able to build in Minecraft is inspiration, and you can't get inspired if all you're doing is just playing Minecraft. So, close your PC sometimes, take a walk outside, touch some grass. Don't be playing Minecraft 24/7. And I was kind of lying, that was not my final tip. Another tip is, if single player is too lonely for you and you have a bunch of friends, start a multiplayer world. Even if it dies eventually, which happens a lot nowadays, if your friends follow this video, share with your friends, they can probably keep playing for quite a long time. And having long-term multiplayer worlds especially is really fun. And even if people stop playing, you can always download the world, put it into single player, and continue from there. Or even continue the world with a different group of friends. So that just adds a lot of lore and history and importance in the world, which often keeps it going. So that's kind of it for this video. Thank you for watching. I know it's kind of a different video I do, but